Where do you see that Emma is really going to make a change?
Few domains are like which AI can totally dominate, right?
You don't think there's going to be humans involved in it at all?
Like say you have a customer support where 20 people are working.
So are you saying we don't need developers to develop that workflow, those applications anymore for AI?
Maybe where we are using 10 people, now you need 3-4 people for that. And yes. But let's say communication is one barrier which I can understand Emma can solve. What are the other barriers you can
I think let's stick to the hospitality domain. Ding, ding, ding. Hi, I want a couple of towels sent up to my room. I need a car tomorrow from my airport at 12:30. I want a chicken burger with fries, no onions. The guy's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I can speak a certain language. Everything is maintained the same.
Yeah, she can, if you want, she can take your voice and speak in swing.
No, I'm okay. Welcome everyone to my conversation with Mohit. This is a podcast with our new product division, Emma AI. I'm Shree-Product, the product head for Emma, and to my left I have Mohit, our head lead developer. So Mohit, if you can introduce yourself.
Yeah. I'm head of development of product Emma. So how are you doing, Shree?
I'm great. Mohit, how about you?
I'm good.
Yeah. So I heard you have some questions for me.
Yeah. So I want you to know, why organizations are shifting to AI agents?
Organizations have huge costs. You look at operating expense, capital expense, but a huge cost across the board is labor. You need to pay everyone their salaries and all the other things that go into it. And AI, of course, will never take away from the labor costs, but it will only help to cut out and weed out a few of the members who are not adopting AI as quickly. So it helps supplement an organization to reduce labor costs across the board, so then they can focus to move that capital to something that matters for their vision and the value that they're bringing to their customers. So I think that's why AI is being pushed right now into organizations. What do you think, Mohit? Why do you think organizations are moving towards AI?
Oh well, AI give you the full workflow from let's say if you are in a healthcare, it give you the whole workflow from getting a patient register to appointment booking to till last you can send the all notification, all these things. So it's a giving you a team member to organization, which is like available for 24/7. When you say we are available for 24/7, I think AI agents are the you can say entity who are fulfilling your commitment here, right? Because they are like, they never ask you for sick leave, or they never go for coffee break. So everything is like what a organization is required, they're fulfilling that in that way. So yeah, I think that is the main reason why organizations are basically relying on the agents and moving towards it.
So you're saying that they give you the complete workflow end to end. So are you saying we don't need developers to develop that workflow, those applications anymore for AI?
Well, basically, I'm not saying that we don't need the developer. We definitely need. Yeah, maybe where we are using 10 people, now you need 3-4 people for that. And yes, development is happening on a very rapid speed. But yes, replacing a human is not an option.
So it supplements the human's work. And so what are the use cases that you've been seeing within development specifically? There's a huge concern now about how AI is taking over the tech world, how AI is going to, rewrite the technological space in terms of development. But as the developer of an AI product, what do you see?
But I think that yeah, paradigm is changing. It's like people who are, I will say, was on top in their work are gonna change to the to us AI, and they're gonna stay. But yes, few people will definitely face challenge due to AI. Second thing, what will happen with the developer even, uh, they will face less load of work because they now have let's say agent who is working for them, right? So yeah, like I see that, and the system, that development will be very on high rate. So yeah, this is what's going to happen. So Shri, I want to ask, like, what do you think? We are in business where we can go with the like Emma or voice AI.
You mean like domains and industries? So I think you have to first look at which domains utilize the most human capital. I think the first one that really stands out is call centers, customer support. Every single person is, a person. There's a cost attached to it, and they're picking up calls. They're doing uh, basic query answering, high volume, repetitive, tedious stuff, which is what Emma is made for, to take away from the tediousness and the monotonous of the daily life and answer those repetitive queries and general questions rather, and give the answer for the people who want it. So I think the first one that stands out would have to be customer support, call centers. And after that, I want to say domains that their focus should be on other things, but it's getting eaten up by other tedious items. I'd like to pivot to healthcare. Healthcare, you spend a decent amount of time just at the check-in process, at least in the US, the check-in process, waiting, filling out forms, booking an appointment, waiting on hold, all these sort of things for the nurse to see you for all of 4 minutes. And the doctor, I've had times where they walked in 30 seconds, looked at my chart and said, "You're good to go." I waited an hour and a half for that appointment. So, it's a huge waste of time for the patient who might have other important things to do during the day, but also the doctor. Why should they be rushing to get to one place to the other? Because if we can help them take away from the tediousness of their practice, they can use their energy better spent towards patient care, customer care in this sense, and do what they really want to do. So what do you think? Aside from the technical aspects of Emma, where do you see that Emma is really going to make a change, knowing the ins and outs of her, literally?
I feel like it can assist in each and every domain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, either two. I think what I see is few domains are like which AI can totally dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Let's say customer support.
Yeah.
Can totally dominate.
You don't think there's going to be humans involved in it at all?
No, I like. Let's say you have a customer support where 20 people are working. You may need one or two
For the complex human questions.
That's all.
Yeah.
And maybe some time will come where you may not need these two people too. But you need, like, let's say you can reduce your workforce like 90-95%.
Mhm.
So there is way where AI is dominating. Even some creative, like, uh, let's say generating images, right? You have a designer in your company, but which, like, let's say they do it in one day, AI can do it in 1 minute, 2 minutes.
So it's an interesting question you brought up here. That designing and creative, digital marketing more so uses generative AI. Is Emma a generative AI bot, or is she a conversational agent? Or
Well, basically, Emma is not just a, I will say, generative AI bot. It's a agent. So
Mhm.
even you can ask Emma in like this kind of thing. Let's talk about painting.
Mhm.
I'm saying I need a Indian bridal or anything, and Emma will generate it for you and email it to your email ID.
Mhm.
Okay, so it does not even think or generate. It always do the action to perform it and complete. As I said, whole workflow.
Yeah, but here I do have a concern that I'm sure that a lot of people, emulate. Is you're saying that Emma could do anything and everything and trigger that workflow, no matter what, right? But in life, there's not a no matter what. Society has laws. We have laws. We have to follow certain rules. AI has to follow certain rules. So how do we ensure that our AI is not overstepping the bounds of what society has set us and the guidelines and practices that are acceptable within our business domains that we're entering?
So, like, let's say we have some compliances for Emma. Let's say for healthcare we have HIPAA compliant, we have SOC 2.
Mhm.
Basically, what Emma is designed for, Emma do not basically store your data. First thing first, it takes your data, do the job, and just discard it. There's
Okay.
no storage, nothing.
Mhm.
So you don't need to have concern for any privacy issue or nothing. It just do the job and discard it.
Mhm.
Right? Still, other thing is, well, let's say integration of Emma with other system. So basically, when it's integrated to other system, so again, the data will not be stored in Emma.
Mhm.
The data will store in your server. So you have to take care of your server. Emma do not
Store anything. Nothing. So even analytics or anything like that, any data that we're pulling,
Yeah.
we're not at security
Yeah.
risk. So, and how do you ensure that consistently? I mean, compliance, laws, everything changes on a day-to-day basis. AI is changing on a day-to-day basis. How do you ensure that what was true last week for Emma is true 1 year from now?
Basically, see, we are not rely here on third party tools here. We do our training on our house in our own, and our so everything, if it changed, we train the model like accordingly. Okay, and yeah, so auditing is already there.
Mhm.
So everything to we make sure that privacy should be our first concern. Okay.
Out of all the geographies, they have different rules and different standards. So we're compliant for all of these. Emma can make sure that she follows the laws of all of these.
Yeah. So yeah, we are following all compliances.
And I'm assuming that, and I know this, but for the viewers, we have our own team that ensures that compliance is being maintained and upkeep at every step of the way, every new addition to MO that we're making.
Yeah. Right.
That's great. That's great. And going into geographies, how is Emma able to, handle herself in different geographies? You have Arabic in the Middle East. You might have Mandarin here in Asia. In India, you might have Hindi, Telugu, a bunch of regional languages, English, of course. Europe has their own host of languages, the African, etc., Spanish. How does Emma, handle herself in these different situations, these different people, these different cultures?
Yeah, so basically, it is handled when we train the models. The model data is taken for from many regions here, like, with different accent. That's why Emma is it's like Emma can speak in multiple languages, understand your languages, and it can adapt your accent too.
So it's unique to the individual itself. So I can speak a certain language, let's say a certain dialect of English. You go to Southern English, everything is maintained the same.
Yeah, she can, if you want, she can take your voice and speak in the same voice.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't think we'll have to go that far just yet. But it's nice to know that we have that feature.
Okay, Shri, what do you think? Like, why people prefer voice interface?
Voice is easy, right? If you need a phone, just for example, I have to take this out, I have to open my phone, do all this and that and the other thing. I could just talk to you. It's so much easier and honestly a lot more personal. Because some things that I can say out loud, and like you said, different languages, different accents, I feel a lot more comfortable speaking. And I like to think that everyone feels a lot more comfortable speaking to someone rather than using the application. And even if you don't, let's say you have social anxiety or something, Emma's not a real person. Emma is a person in the sense that she has the natural languaging processing, the natural language understanding that a human does. But she's not an actual person. She's not judging you. She's there to do her task and nothing more, nothing less. So I think in that way, anyone can better verbalize what they want to say and talk and give their directions to Emma in a much easier manner than having to take an application, use a different interface. Let's say the user interface is not the best. They'll get frustrated. Whereas, hi Emma, I just want an appointment, is much easier.
So Shri, tell me what's right now? What is the demand of market if you are talking about AI? Where is your mind?
That's a good question because AI, I feel like the demand is changing every day. But the one, thing that's stagnant is they want to increase their operational efficiency, and cut down their costs. That's, I think, the basicness of what AI is supposed to do. Of course, as well as move their vision forward. So if we go to Emma, right? Emma has multiple unique things. She's able to do any language, any geography, any accent, and understand that naturally. Now, let's take a hospitality domain, for example. New York City, it's the city that never sleeps. And with that comes the people that, are from all over the world, Hong Kong, Japan, India, you get Middle East, etc. They all might have a different natural understanding, a different ability to speak English. They might not be as fluent as a natural New Yorker. That's are very different things, and that directly impacts the hospitality domain with their guest experience. So what Emma can do in this situation is, no matter what language they're comfortable in or they're speaking in, Emma can understand that. and Emma can understand the accents and make that guest user experience tailored to them. So, for example, if I'm speaking Spanish and she picks up on the fact that I could speak Spanish, she can ask them, would you prefer me to speak in Spanish? Because that's something I can do. And enables them to speak more freely, more comfortably. They won't, slam the phone down because they can't explain what they're trying to do. It just overall pushes the vision of guest user experience forward. At the same time, you don't have to worry about a front desk person constantly being there. Now, how many times have you gone to a hotel and said, wanted to order a little meal, a chicken burger, and you're on hold, on hold, on hold. I'm hungry, I'm on hold, on hold. That has happened to me at least 20, 30 times, where at some point I've given up and just ordered food. That's not what a hotel wants. A hotel or even a resort, they want that immediate feedback and user experience of what's going wrong, what's going right, and they want to serve the customer as fast as possible. So Emma, in this case, she'll take the order for you, push that through the integrations, the POS system, and then she'll talk to them naturally. You don't even need a front desk person. The front desk person could be focused on other items, other pending tasks, other more emotional complexities that might be taking place. So that's just one thing that I see in the domain. But if I had to boil it down, it's cutting costs in an effective manner and pushing the vision forward.
Yeah, like as you said, I remember one time happened with me. I was in Bangalore and they do not speak Hindi. Basically, they speak Kannada. So I ordered something else, and they gave me something else.
Oh, wow! What did you order?
Yeah, and I don't know. It was in veg or non-veg, but I just ate it because I was very hungry.
See, now, let's say you're a very religious person and you get non-veg. That hotel is going to get sued. They're going to have a whole host of situations that follow them. 0-star on Google, Yelp, you name it, any hotel.com, Expedia, they're getting bombarded. So that's not something that they want. That's something that Emma can cut down, because if you knew Hindi, if they knew Hindi, you'd be able to communicate that much easier. Emma is able to do any of those languages.
But let's say communication is one barrier which I can understand Emma can solve. What are the other barriers you can, according to you, are there so which Emma can?
I think let's stick to the hospitality domain. Communication is one thing. But let's say you place an order, right? Or you want multiple things. Tring, tring, tring. Hi, I want a couple of towels sent up to my room. I need a car tomorrow for my airport at 12:30. I want a chicken burger with fries, no onions. The guy's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second, sir. I'm the front desk here. I can get you the towels. That's about it. Let me transfer you to concierge. Tring, tring, tring. Your line has been on hold. Please wait a second. And then you order. And then you get to the room service. Probably could take 20, 30 minutes if you're on hold for a while. At that point, I'm fed up. You're fed up. The other person who's dealing with it is fed up. Right then and there. What Emma could do is, hey Emma, I need a chicken burger, no onions. I want a car to the airport tomorrow at 12:30. My flight's at 3:30. Can I get extra towels sent to my room? Definitely, Mr. Sharma. Please give me 5 minutes to get this all processed. The estimated time is 15 minutes. You don't have to wait on hold. You don't have to talk to multiple people. I mean, I don't want to talk to multiple people. I want what I want right then and there. I mean, honestly, sometimes I'm impatient, and if I'm in a hotel, usually I'm traveling. Usually I'm, tired. I just got off a flight, especially if I'm ordering room service and not exploring the local cuisine. Definitely got off a flight. So I'm not trying to wait on hold and explain to them and then wait for them to come through. I'm not trying to do all that.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand. So, we have talked healthcare, hospitality. Is there any domain you think we can use Emma for?
I think, like you said, Emma is agnostic of any domains, but what we really have to look at is how can Emma really help the core vision of what that domain does. Healthcare, for example, the core vision is helping patients. If they didn't have to deal with any of the administrative work, any of this, think about how much better your hospital would be. Think about how much better Northwell Health would be, Stony Brook Hospital, so much, UCLA. All these are major names in the market, Memorial Sloan. They have a host of administrative problems, administrative challenges. They got hospital groups up top trying to cut costs constantly. Doctors are fighting at every corner to make sure that the patient gets the exact care that they need. So why do they have to focus on that? You shouldn't. Emma is supposed to be helping them with that. So then, where they're spending, let's say, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, they spend what Emma costs, and depending on how much they use it, and they move that towards maybe repairing MRI machines, CT scans, PET scans, making sure that the doctors are adequately compensated. They have more doctors on shifts, so then a single doctor is not working 16 hours in a day, going home for 2 hours, and then getting called on an emergency shift because there's no one else available. He's not happy. The patient who gets a 2 hours sleep, doctor is not going to be happy. First of all, their care is not going to be as good as when the doctor was fresh. And these are all the things that have to be solved. And this is not from me. This is from someone I talked to from a major cancer hospital, a non-profit major hospital here in Hyderabad itself. That this hospital, the CEO of this hospital was talking to me. He said, "Listen, you show the same scan to a doctor the first hour, show him to the 10th hour, I promise you he'll give you a different answer every single time." Because at that point, he's probably seen, let's say he spends 10 minutes on in each person, 6 times 10, 60 patients. And at that point, he's tired, he's stressed, he's done with. Yeah, so there's no point. There's no point of overloading a doctor like that. Use the money to better patient care. Get some more doctors on the payroll, more nurses, fix the stuff that needs fixing. Let the administration be taking care of Emma. Different domains, require different things, different expertise, different knowledge. So you're saying Emma is a general solution. She's agnostic of any industries. Now, to me, sometimes that means that they don't have the industry depth that they require. Sometimes a hospital, someone that deals with patients' lives, for example, requires. So what does that mean for Emma? Can she handle these industry-specific things? What do you think?
Yeah, basically the model are trained in that way, which can handle all these things. But yes, you have to customize it. Like, okay, while we are talking about recruitment and while we are talking about healthcare, the requirements are different. So yes, you have to create workflows. But yes, Emma can handle each and everything you throw him. But yes, you have to make sure that your bot is guardrailed properly, so it do not spit information which should not be,
and wrong information like a LLM.
Right. So that is something where people, basically what I see in people, they talk about the hallucination. Basically, if you train your model better, hallucination is not the problem. Just give it correct data, good data, and you're good to go.
So something that I picked up while you were speaking, Emma, that's not to generalize, but is a female name that I would think of. You called him a he. So what does that mean? Is he or she also customizable?
Basically, she can speak as a female voice, and he can speak in a male. You can call him Hammer, you can call him Salama, you can call him Ram, Sham, Hari, anything.
That's great. So they can be completely customized to the client's needs, completely. So it's not just a generic solution you're offering.
No.
That's great. Thank you guys for joining us today with Mohit, our lead developer for our new product, Emma AI. My name is Shree-Product. I hope to see you guys again. And Mohit, thank you for an insightful conversation within the depth of Emma, what she can handle, or like you said, maybe he, depends on the situation. So I hope that we'll come back for another, I wouldn't say interview, but conversation. Next time we'll have a third guest, maybe Emma herself, sitting with us.
Sure. Okay, thank you everyone. We'll see you at another meeting.